Good morning. Please stand for singing. Seated. Sorry about that. Good morning. Today is Thursday, December 2nd, and it's a C day on your schedule. Today for lunch is grilled chicken breast. Maybe. Today's song lyric is Feeling Christmas All Around, and I'm Trying to Play It Cool by Ariana Grande from Santa Tell Me. And now we have a Jewish Cultural Club presentation.
Hi, everyone. Good morning and happy Hanukkah. Oh, okay. Yeah, so on Monday, the Jewish Cultural Club had a meeting where we went over Hanukkah. So if you were there, this is the same presentation, but only 4 people were there. So we figured it would be a good idea to bring it to morning meetings so we can educate you all just a little bit more about some interesting facts about Hanukkah. So I didn't realize this when I was making this presentation, but I do have a Kahoot in here. So if you happen to have your phone or computer, if you're watching on Zoom, great. But if not, I'm very sorry, but hopefully you learned something. Okay, so here's just a short video to get some context before diving right in. There's,
Riley.
Of course, an ad. Nice.
Riley.
Hi, this is Peter Jacobson. I'll be reading The Story of Hanukkah, adapted by Jeremy Frank. Long ago in the land of Israel, in the center of the walled city of Jerusalem, there stood a beautiful temple. Outside of Israel, though, there lived a very wicked man named Antiochus, the king of Syria. The king did not like people who had beliefs different than his own, and so he went around the world forcing his religion on all the people he conquered. When Antiochus and his army invaded Israel and took it over, he decreed that only his gods could be worshipped. He made the Jews swear that they would give up their religion and customs and follow his instead. He also commanded that all of the Jewish temples be converted or destroyed, including the beautiful one in Jerusalem. Those who refused to follow Antiochus' commands were to be severely punished. Some Jews obeyed Antiochus out of fear, but others were brave enough to refuse. Judah Maccabee was one such man. Judah and his brothers were all strong fighters who formed an army of their own to fight King Antiochus and his men. Although they were greatly outnumbered, the Maccabees fought the Syrian army with all their might. With the strength that only comes from fighting for something you truly believe in, Judah and the Maccabees defeated Antiochus and his army and triumphantly reclaimed the temple in Jerusalem. However, when they entered the temple for the first time, they were shocked to see it in shambles. The golden pitchers were all tarnished, the marble floors were cracked, and there was no oil to light the menorah. They began cleaning the temple, removing every sign and symbol of the religion that had been forced upon them by their invaders. As they worked, they found a small container of oil. They all knew the little oil they had would only be enough for one night, but then a miracle took place. Instead of going out, the lamps kept burning and burning. They burned for 8 days and 8 nights, and this way the Maccabees knew God was with them. That is why we celebrate Hanukkah every year, and why we light 8 candles in our menorahs. The end.
Okay. Okay, so quick recap. Basically, as you could see in the story of Hanukkah, they were the Greek Syrian oppressors who forced Jews to convert. And there were some that resisted, and those were the Maccabees, and they truly fought for what they believed in, and were one of the main reasons why we're able to celebrate Hanukkah in Judaism today. So some traditional ways people celebrate Hanukkah are light the menorah, which is 1 candle for every night of Hanukkah, so you light it each night. There are some prayers and songs traditional to the holidays, or also if you have some of your own in your family. And there are some traditional foods and also some traditional activities like playing dreidel. So 2 traditional foods are latkes, which are fried potato pancakes, and sufganiyot, which are jelly-filled donuts. It's like a cross between a donut and a beignet, which is like fried dough. And basically, as you can tell, both of these foods are fried in order to celebrate the oil that lasted for 8 days. So they fry them in oil as a way to remember. And lastly, dreidel is a little, like a top that you can spin, but there's a Hebrew letter on each of the 4 sides. And essentially, depending on which letter it lands on, you take, if you have like coins, you could play with chocolate coins or real coins or money. And essentially, when you have, if you land on noon, you don't have to do anything. If you land on shin, you have to put a piece of your own into the center pot. If you have hay, then you can take half the pot, and gimel is you win the whole thing. So I have a really brief Kahoot for those who have their phones. Oh. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, I also have a very small bag of chocolate coins, Gelt, for the winner. So if you win, please see me after morning meeting. Everyone just got really excited. It's okay. Oh, okay. I'm gonna start it because we gotta get going. Okay. Oh, I didn't tell you this. Okay, so it's actually fall. Sorry, guys, but a menorah or a Hanukkah is the specific type of menorah that's lit on Hanukkah, and it has the 9 spaces for candles for 8 days and 1 for the center candle that lights the others, and a menorah doesn't necessarily have to have all those candle holders. Okay, so good job. Most of you got that right. It's the latkes and sufganiyot because the other foods are not fried. They're just typical foods that happen to have Jewish origins. Oh, okay, it's pretty split, almost like 50-50, but it's false. They triumphed over the Greek Syrian oppressors. I'm going to skip this one. Hold on. And this one. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so it's true. When the Jews were taken over by the Greek Syrians, they wanted to find a way to follow the religion, but they were forbidden to. So they played the game of dreidel to recognize that a great miracle happened there, which is what each of the letters stand for. And then... Okay, I just told you that. So I'm going to skip this one too because we got to wrap it up. But the winner of this... Good play. Good job, Mia. Very nice, Dr. Durkin. Good job, Shannon. All right. And I think Miss Wright and someone else were on the podium. So thank you so much. Happy Hanukkah. Be sure to tell your friends or anyone you know who celebrates the holiday Happy Hanukkah. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren, for putting that together. I got 89th place. But now for announcements, I'm going to quickly go through mine. Can I have all club presidents make sure that you fill out your club roster in the attendance sheet? It's not because I'm checking attendance, because I haven't even done my own attendance. We just need every club member there, so for yearbook and stuff. So please make sure you try to get all your club members in the attendance sheet by 11:59 tomorrow. Today's club meetings are T Club in the erg room, and select teachers, I've sent you an email. Please look at it, and I'm just going to leave it at that. And then any faculty announcements. Yeah.
Nothing more than Glee Club Altos today at 11:45, and latkes are like my favorite comfort food in the world.
Okay, that's great.
Latkes are awesome.
I was. So the bell will probably ring, but we're going to hold court. So just stay put, guys, because tomorrow's Hanging of the Greens. Yes, 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 yes. Happy Hanukkah, everyone. Greetings and salutations. We're here to spread the joy of Hanging of the Greens. Thousands of years ago, evergreen trees and plants have been used to celebrate winter festivals for thousands of years, long before the advent of Christianity. Pagans in Europe used branches of evergreen fir trees to decorate their homes and brighten their spirits during the winter solstice. Early Romans used evergreens to decorate their temples at the festival of Saturnalia, while ancient Egyptians used green palm rushes as part of their worship of the god Ra. The idea of bringing the evergreen into the house represents new life in the darkness of winter. That's also where the idea of the holly and the ivy and the mistletoe come from, because they're the few flowering plants at winter, so therefore they hold special significance. 35 years ago, Buffalo Seminary started the tradition of decorating the school to bring on this festive season of renewal, rebirth, and light. Tomorrow, Friday, full Friday, squash those rumors that it's a half day. We are partying all day long. But a late start at 8:50, we're going to celebrate Hanging of the Greens. We will be ushering in another year of this community building tradition, complete with literally carrying in the greens, decorating the school from head to toe, workshops, festivities, and merrymaking. So tomorrow, be aware of the weather. You will be outside for a limited amount of time. I repeat, you will be outside. We are going to go out to Bidwell Parkway, and we are going to pass the greens into the school, hand by hand, all of us as a community. It's really lovely. Then we spend the rest of the day inside. So dress accordingly. Stay warm, because you know if you're like, I'm cold and you're not wearing mittens or boots, I'm going to say something about it. Tomorrow is also a festive sweater competition. And so what that means is that everyone who wears a sweater and gets their photo taken during the day will get Hornet or Jacket points.
It doesn't just have to be a sweater.
Tell us about it. What would you like us to wear?
Well, anything, but like, I made my t-shirt that has the winter solstice constellations on the front and the winter solstice explanation on the back, and I want credit for it.
I actually have a picture of that somewhere. Yes, she
I
did.
made it myself,
So
this little shiny thing.
it could be decorated in any way. Just come festive and ready to celebrate. We do have, we give extra points for 5 different categories. Most creative, semiest, which means, yes, you can take that sem hoodie and decorate it. Wackiest, punniest, best holiday spirit, and new last year was most pandemic specific. And I will tell you off the top of my head, most creative last year went to Faith Wendell. See if she could hold it or if you can take that title. Semiest went to Abby Anderson. What are you bringing tomorrow, Abby? That's what we want to know. Wackiest went to Brooke Hogel, who graduated, so this one could be a steal, guys. Take this one. And the most pandemic specific is going to be really, really hard to beat, because Ms. Silverstein brought it with rolls of toilet paper literally around her body. It was amazing. Would you like to talk about the warming tree?
Sure. So, we have lots of new people in Buffalo this year for a lot of reasons. And as you probably felt that first morning when you woke up and there was snow on the ground, your first winter in Buffalo can be shocking. So, as part of this season of warmth and light and joy and sharing and caring for each other, we are asking that you bring in your warmth items. They are going to help Say Yes Buffalo. There are all these boxes up on stage, and there's some stuff in there, but we need enough to really decorate the gallery. There will be a tree in there that needs to be decorated. We hang things from the Juliet windows. So please, you can stop at the dollar store or make other things, but we need enough to be able to decorate.
And if I recall, Lauren and Abby aptly told us that gently used items work too. So if there are things you know you don't wear anymore but could keep somebody warm, bring them in. Bring them in. The other thing I want to tell you about is in the afternoon, in addition to all the things we're doing during the morning, there will be an epic Hornet Jacket door decorating contest. What will happen is we will gather the Hornet and Jacket reps after morning meeting, which I know currently we're after morning meeting right now. We'd like to meet quickly here in the chapel because we're going to give them all the rules so they can then share it with everyone else. They will pick their doors during the day, they will give you instructions, and then we will end up decorating 36 doors in the school. Yeah.
So in addition to that kind of organized chaos, which we all enjoy, there are also kind of 2 sets of more structured activities. There will be activities that we do as a grade level, which will involve making banners for those of you who have not made your banners, and then it will involve making other things that we do as grade levels, the lovely stars that hang out in the atrium. So we'll be doing that in grade level wise, but also there are some cultural activities where you get to choose what you want to do. So you can make Chinese lanterns if you like. I meant to bring other props, but it's a pandemic. Just saying. So that is why it is so important that you filled out that form this morning that you got in your email that your advisor was supposed to remind you so that you can express your preference. Again, we can't guarantee that we'll give you what you want, but we hope to get you somewhere. And the options, again, are making Chinese lanterns, learning about Kwanzaa, learning about Hanukkah, and actually playing with dreidels. And we do have the chocolate coins. We do have gelt. Diwali dancing, decorating the warmth tree, and I'm missing one which you said you had a list for me. So the pomanders, making the pomanders, okay, which are oranges that we stick cloves into. So please express your preferences, and then the lists will be posted for you tomorrow so that you can figure out where you need to go when. Am I good?
I'm happy to wrap it up. Are you ready?
Yes. wrap.
Okay. So we are completely aware that it is tomorrow. We're completely aware that we're telling you about it right now. But we are also aware that we are in a crazy time. So know that 100% of intentions are good. We are excited to celebrate it with you. We're asking you to bring your goodness and your joy and your excitement. Events like this, full school, rely on the energy of the student body. If you come and bring it and you're ready to just celebrate and you can be patient and you can be kind and you could just be excited to just be together and not doing anything else, we're gonna have the greatest day. And I look forward to spending it with you. Can't wait. Happy hanging of the greens.